Hello, 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 my fellow people of the intrawebs. So I want to give an apology kind of in advance in this video because I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I don't really have any notes. I don't have a script or anything. So I'm just kind of gonna go with the flow and go with kind of what feels good. So if you guys, have any additional context that you want to add in the comments down below, you guys can feel free to do that, or maybe even add some small nuggets of info that I might have missed in this video. Feel free to do that as well. I really just kind of wanted to bring awareness to this whole crazy situation by making an official video about it, because this is all really transpired in the last day, right? Literally day. So I'm going to give you guys a basic overview of what happened. So I'm scrolling on TikTok, right? I'm scrolling on TikTok. Here's my little story time. I'm scrolling on TikTok this morning at 9 o'clock, and I'm seeing so many people making so many think pieces about this whole situation going on with Leah, Megan, and Zach, right? It's this whole crazy drama, and I'm like, what? First of all, who are these people? Who are they? Who are they? I don't know them, but I'm like, I need to know more, because these people are posting videos, one after the other. They're just coming out, one after the other. It's like they're coming out nonstop. So I'm like, I need to find out what is going on. I feel like everyone is in on an inside joke that I don't know what is going on. So let me give you guys a basic overview of what's going on. So all these people I'm going to talk about, they are content creators. They do a lot of gaming. So I think, Megan, I think she's known for Roblox. There's Zach, and then there's Leah. Okay, so 3 people involved in this whole situation. So let's start from the beginning. Megan and Zach were married. Emphasis on were. Megan and Zach were married at some point. Okay, they were married. They were in a relationship. They even had a child together. They had a baby girl. Okay, so at some point they were a family. Megan and Leah are best friends. This is where Leah comes into the story. Megan and Leah are best friends at the time. They're very, very close. And most people would have called them best friends at the time. All right. So they're really close, they're best friends. And then here is the kicker. You guys might want to sit down for this, but Leah, essentially betrays her best friend. And Zach cheats on his wife and the mother of his child, and they have an affair. Leah and Zach have an affair, while Megan is just kind of thrown to the side, like chopped liver, essentially. So that's essentially what happens. Really disgusting situation. Really gross, really just horrendous and horrific, and just all right dirty. Just dirty, low down, disgusting on both Zach and Leah's part. Okay. Now I know a lot of the internet discourse has surrounded largely around Leah, only really because she has been the one who's been the most vocal about it, especially as of late, right? As of late. And we're going to talk about that apology video. That's not really an apology video very, very soon, but I know people have been talking mainly about Leah. I am going to focus on Zach a little bit towards the end, but I of course want to talk about the apology video as well. So I do kind of have some points that I want to bring up that I think is kind of a general consensus among the internet right now, because the internet is very much on Megan's side at the moment, as they should be, which I am too. I think this is just an objective, right, viewpoint. There's really no finding the good in Leah or finding the good in Zach, right? It's 2 cheaters and then a woman who is distraught. There's really nothing else you can kind of conclude other than that. It's a very objective situation. There's nothing subjective about it. Nothing could be left for interpretation or nuance. Literally nothing. These are the facts of the case. So moving on to the apology video, which, mind you, this video was literally posted as I'm making this video right now. It's posted 17 hours ago. Mind you, it is August 20th at 2 o'clock. So she posted this video August 19th. So this is all very, 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 very recent. So let's talk about some of the things that she said in this video. So Leah, she says that, in short, that she feels, yes, she betrayed her friend, but she's still going to continue in this relationship with Zach, which is sick. That is sick. Okay, how are you able to acknowledge that what you did to your best friend was horrible and reprehensible, and then you are going to continue to stay in the relationship? How in the world does that work? Leah is delusional. She is delusional, and honestly, I don't think she was ever really friends with Megan. She wasn't. Because, I mean, okay, I'm gonna kind of make a little connection here, but if you guys have watched Euphoria, if you know, you know. The whole situation with Maddie, Cassie, and Nate, where Maddie was dating Nate, and Nate was abusive to Maddie, and Cassie knew this, and then Maddie and Nate, they break up, and then Cassie, she gets with Nate, and Maddie finds out. It's like kind of this whole idea of you're breaking girl code, babe. You are breaking girl code. Okay, it's just disgusting because, and it's even worse in this situation because Leah knows how much it hurt her friend. She knows. She knows. And I think the worst part is she doesn't care. She doesn't. She is so self-obsessed, so self-centered that she could not care less about Megan and how she feels and her experience and her tears and her pain in all of this. She couldn't care less. And that is disgusting. That is despicable. That is reprehensible. Okay, and a lot of people are sharing that same sentiment. It's you knew what you were doing to her mentally. You essentially laughed in her face with this stupid 3-minute apology video that's not an apology video because she doesn't really express remorse or sadness. Okay, she's just like, I know what I did hurt her, but I'm going to still willingly stay in this relationship with Zach. What? That is disgusting. Any true friend wouldn't even be able to stomach themselves with their friend's ex or a sister's ex or a brother's, like anything. I mean, it's just horrible. And I was also seeing a lot of people talk online about why was this video even public to begin with? Why didn't Leah just go to Megan privately? Just text her, DM her, maybe call her, FaceTime her, do something, but something private. This does not need to be a public situation like this. I think this is making it worse, and it's making Megan feel even worse too. I mean, this video is like you spit in Megan's face. That is essentially what this is, because it is disgusting. It is gross. It is horrible. It is horrible. I mean, like, why was this video public at all? If Leah truly felt remorse for what she did, and she is truly like, oh, I messed up horribly, please forgive me, this would not be public. This is not something you would post on YouTube. Something this painful and intimate and just hurtful, this is not going to touch YouTube. This is not going to touch any of the viral or any social media platforms, right? If I'm your friend and I did you wrong like this, which I would never, and I feel like most people would never either, but I'm going to come to you privately. If I am in the wrong, deeply in the wrong, like this situation, I'm going to come to you privately. It's good. There's no discussion about it. I'm not going to post and exploit your pain for money or for monetization, because I think that's what she's doing. I think it is. I mean, this video is like 3 minutes long. It's like a YouTube intro. It's the length of a freaking YouTube intro or like a song, a music video. I mean, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. But I do want to kind of pan this over to Zach, which I did say I wanted to do in the beginning. I want to pan this over to Zach, only because I think people aren't talking about him enough. And obviously, I think people are talking about Leah because she's been the most vocal about it so far. But, you know, Zach is kind of getting a break, and I don't like that. I do not like that. But obviously that's not the fault of the internet. I think that's just because Leah has been so vocal about it and because she has been so incredibly reprehensible in her actions that I think people are just, you know, kind of pointing all of their fire at her. But I do want to focus on Zach a little bit. So Zach is a cheater, right? I mean, that's kind of already what's kind of been made obvious, but I kind of want to give some words of the wise to Leah. I saw this comment on YouTube. It says, a relationship based on another woman's tears will never last. And essentially what that means is that if Zach is able to cheat on his wife and the mother of his child, then Leah, what makes you think that he won't do the same thing to you? You have not birthed any of his children. You are not married to this man. If Zach could not value his wife and the mother of his child enough to not cheat on her and treat her with dignity and respect, then why in the world do you think that he would treat you with dignity and respect? He is not going to. You cannot change that man. That man is a cheater. He is a cheater. That is a character issue. That is a character flaw. He needs to go to therapy. This is not something that you can just fix with a magic potion or a love spell. No. He cheated on his wife and the mother of his child. You, Leah Ashe, are not special to him at all. In fact, I think he probably sees right through you. He sees that you're insecure and that you're willing to throw away your years of friendship with your friend for a little bit of attention from him. That is incredibly dangerous, and now he knows that, and now he can probably use that against you. And, you know, I think, unfortunately, or maybe not unfortunately, but I think that this relationship is not going to last. The relationship that Leah and Zach have, I mean, I think eventually it's going to come out that he cheated on her, or that, you know, Leah's going to come out and say, oh yeah, we decided to part ways. And now it's like, look at you now. You lost your friend because you chose a guy and you chose to betray her, but you lost a friend and now you lost him too. So where are you at now? Now it's just you. Now you look dumb and you look stupid. And that's how Leah looks to the internet right now. She looks dumb and she looks stupid, and she doesn't look like a smart woman at all. She looks like she makes dumb decisions and she betrays her friends, and she doesn't care about anyone else's feelings. She has no remorse for anything at all. So yeah, that's kind of how she looks. And honestly, obviously, my heart goes out to Megan and her child and her baby girl. My heart goes out to her, because it's like, you not only have you lost your husband, but you've also lost your friend. That's gotta be incredibly painful. And being cheated on is very, very traumatic, because you're constantly thinking, what do I have? What do I not have that this person has? Or am I not good enough? Or what am I missing? Is there something wrong with me? And you're constantly thinking that in your head. And then for the person on the other end of that, the one inflicting the pain to you, not only is it your husband, but it's also your best friend. It's like you've probably lost the two most important people in your life besides your parents. I mean, that's gotta be horrible. That's gotta be horrible. You know, you lost the two most important people in your life besides your parents or your child. I mean, that's sick, and I really hope that she can heal from this. I really do. And I hope that she, you know, takes a step back if she needs to, because I think, unfortunately, you know, even though, you know, the entire internet is pretty much on her side, on Megan's side, I think she probably feels embarrassed because of how mainstream this has gotten, how viral this has gotten. I think she's embarrassed a little bit. I think so. And I would be too. But I hope that she knows that obviously none of this is her fault, and that as the audience, we can clearly see that Leah is incredibly mentally ill, and there's clearly something wrong, or psychopathic. She's sociopathic. She's some kind of pathic. Okay, let's make that clear. And then Zach is just a dirty cheater. All right, he probably has some psychopathic tendencies too. Let's make that clear as well. And also, I did see some very funny things in the comments, but people were saying that Leah is clearly trying to look like Megan. They really pointed out her hair, because her hair was, I think it was red in this video. And people were like, oh my gosh, you're trying to look like her. You're trying to be her, which I think she is. I mean, she went as far to try to steal her man. So the fact that she dyed her hair red, I am not surprised, like, at all. She is obsessed. It's so funny. Not funny, but it's crazy, because she's so obsessed with wanting to look like Megan that she's become obsessed with herself, or with changing herself physically to look like Megan. So it's all just very sick and very, it's like she wants to wear her skin. It's gross. It's disgusting. And it feels so weird. But yeah, Leah, girl, you're horrible. So is Zach. And I hope she feels better. I hope she kind of, you know, starts to feel like herself soon, because I know this is probably really painful for her. And I actually did want to read some of the comments on the YouTube apology, because I wanted to point some things out as well. So someone says, a relationship based on another woman's tears will never last. I talked about that in the beginning, about, you know, if Zach can cheat on Megan, he can sure cheat on you, Leah. You are not special. Someone else said, you knew what you were doing and you destroyed her mentally. You decided to laugh in her face. This 3-minute apology is the worst I've seen. Be so for real. Yeah. I will say YouTube apologies are notoriously horrible. They're notoriously, like, really bad. I don't know why. I think maybe YouTubers have, you know, really high egos and they just can't say I'm sorry. But YouTube apologies are always freaking bad, bro. I don't think I've seen a good one. Okay, someone else said, there is no way you can apologize and still actually be comfortable in that relationship. Yep, there is no way. There is no way. There is no way. I mean, no, I can't even rationalize that. Okay, someone else says, this is so disturbing. You are staying in a relationship that is built off lies and manipulation. This apology means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Someone else also says, the way homewreckers believe they are entitled to whatever they want needs to be case studied. My God, Megan and her kid deserved better. I agree 100%. I mean, it is weird. It is very weird, because Leah almost seems like she feels like she's the victim in this, or she feels like you know, the hate is just too severe, or like it's unwarranted. It's like, girl, do you know what you did? Do you know the pain you have caused and inflicted? And this is why I say that she seems so psychopathic or sociopathic, sociopathic and just so obsessed, because it's like any normal person would not be able to do this to a friend, or to not feel any kind of remorse and to just be fine with it, or to somehow rationalize in their head that they're not in the wrong, that everyone else is just doesn't understand. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, someone else also said, this is the last one I'm going to read, but she says, to sum it up, she basically said, yeah, I'm only saying sorry because of the backlash. I'm still going to be with Zach and play stepmommy to Clover, play stepmommy to Clover, which is the baby girl. Megan's feelings mean nothing to me. So I know that Megan is trying to get full custody of her kid, which she for sure should, because there is no way I would have my cheating best friend and my cheating husband around my kid. Like, no, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. I mean, that's kind of all I have to say. Oh, I gotta read this one. I'm sorry. You've hurt Clover. You took away the opportunity for her to be raised in a healthy family by both her parents in one home. You destroyed your best friend and stole the life your stepdaughter deserved away from her. That is disgusting. Oh, yeah. That's kind of all I have to say for this video. Like I said, I hope Megan, she goes to therapy if she needs it. I mean, she might not need it, but I know this is a very traumatic situation for her. I just hope that she heals and she gets better in any way that looks for her. And I hope that, Leah and Zach, they never like on the internet again. I hope that I never see them again across my feed. And I probably will see them again, probably for Zach cheating, or for Leah cheating, or for someone cheating, right? Because I think, I don't know, it's their relationship certainly is not going to last more than like a few months. So yeah, that's all I have to say in this video. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.